Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Ash here, and today we're going to be doing this automated rabbit farm. This is going to make you guys tons and tons of money on Cosmic Sky. You do not want to miss this one. I'm sorry we've not uploaded in the longest time. I don't know, it's been like 5-6 days. I really apologize for that. You can obviously watch me on Twitch. First link in the description. We started streaming there again. Daily streams, hopefully daily episodes. Yeah, first link in the description for that. Turn your notifications on. There'll be another episode tomorrow, but this episode you definitely don't want to miss. This shows you how to make bank in Cosmic Sky without doing a thing. AFK Rabbit Farm. It's going to be lit. Enjoy the video, guys. Is this? Whose island is this? Is this your island? Nice. Just hitting your farm quotes. Honestly, this is meta, just having tons of different islands. Sorry, you're probably trading me. I can't see with this advertising thing going. Yeah, we have tons and tons of different islands. It's probably the meta to just make sure you're hitting the quotes on potatoes and carrots on them. It's really nice. But thank you, dude. That's going to be awesome. And this is kind of showing us the plan for the stream. I'm going to start building possibly an AFK rabbit area. Because I did the math with this recipe when we unlock it, which you bought for 800k, so awesome rich. Yes, when we unlock this recipe, this is hopefully going to give us $120 per rabbit if you don't include the price of carrots. Because you can usually sell rabbits on the auction house. I'll just show you real quick. You can usually sell rabbits for carrots. Sorry, you usually sell carrots for $30 each. So then I times 30 by 45 to get at the number. Then I removed that away from the 3,100 and then divided that remainder by 15. A little bit of maths. And that basically showed that per rabbit, if you include the price of carrots as you'd be selling to the shop anyway, which we are, each individual cooked rabbit is $120 worth, which is insanely OP. So that's what we're going to start doing, and we're going to start doing that now. Let's actually go to my island, so I don't redeem this on the wrong island. And there we go. Let's do it, boys. Let's do it. Boom. Rabbit Farmer Stew has been unlocked for Ash368's Island. That's what we like to see. Good progress this episode. Good progress. But the idea is they have them in the middle of 4 chunks like this, and then they get brought off via water streams to this chunk, this chunk, this chunk, this chunk, and like many different chunks around it. Basically, with a spawners rule in the middle. And that's kind of the design I want to do. Water flows were not my friend at that time. Why is this guy running away? He's close to clearing this chest. Oh, there you go. There's that man stealing my chest. I don't even care, dude. I don't even care. Iron Ore Node Adventure Mob Loot. They're 150k. Surprising they're going down in price. I thought they'd be going up, to be honest. But yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome find. I did sell my 2 earlier, just so I could, upgrade my set slightly. Oh, I don't even have an upgraded set on. I swear I have an overload chestplate. Well, I did have an overload chestplate. I guess it's in the chest. Yeah, we did the math earlier. So to do a whole run of adventure, it's 4 strengths plus that 1 strength, which is 5. So that was 25k. It was 35k. I remember the math. Yeah, so 35k it was per run, which is quite expensive. It's not great, but yeah. Usually we make that money back. I would like to do like a timed run. Maybe I start doing does anyone know when I went in adventure? I mean, we can see from how many potions I use when I come out, can't I? Because how long does... I don't know how many... I don't know how long this amount of potions keeps me in here for, but... These are tough mobs, but hopefully they've got good loot, because these are definitely closer to mid. And they're definitely a lot harder. And 4 of them, so... Hopefully we get good loot out of this. Hopefully we get good loot. But yeah, I mean, 5... Oh god, is he still alive? Seriously? Yeah, but it's 5 3-minute potions, isn't it? So I'm trying to think how long that is. I'm trying to do math while not dying. So that's 15 minutes. So every hour... Hey, a mob spawner zombie. That's huge. I sold 9 zombie spawners for 1.6 mil earlier. That's really good, actually. Jeez. Yeah, so that's 15 minutes in here. And then it's 15 minutes times by 4 for the hour. So it would cost me 140k to do an hour in here. Which is a lot. Is a lot. But then, you know, that's paid for it already, so... GG's. Wow, so that's actually an ability then. So that's an ability to use Socketus on your armor. Wow, that is cool. I didn't even think about that. Don't know how I haven't noticed my overload not working before now. So how do I do that then? Is that one of these? to use up to 2 sockets on iron armor weapons. Oh, that's going to be a pain to get. Actually, I've got 4 roll points because I thought I could go further into that skill tree, but I can't. Okay, well, I can do that now, I guess. Hey, you can completely skip out on stone. Nice. Iron mastery up to 2 sockets. Okay, so that's... I've just got 2 sockets on now, so that's awesome. Wow, the more you know. Will this allow me to use it now, then? Oh, maybe when I relog or something, it'll work. Wow, good to know. Oh, this isn't iron, this is chain armor. How did I think this was iron armor? I hoped it was iron armor. It was a hope and a dream that this was iron armor. Okay, there we go. 2 sockets on chain. Hey, there we go. We've got overload. Nice. Don't know why I didn't think of that before. This was actually at spawner limit max. But what I did was when I was building the warp, I built it... I think it was about like here. Spawner height max was about here when I built the warp. Just in the thought, like when we eventually got spiders, I need a bit of room above. But now that actually goes quite high, so I think the best play probably is to build it above the warp now. Surely that's going to be more... I mean, we can have a look. How many blocks is that? That's 25. That's 25 blocks high, and then this gap here is... We will see. We will see. Let's put these in my PV and then count from a different stack. Also trade. Hey, thank you, Basher. Someone bought my reinforced... Oh, someone bought my axe. Wow, that axe has been... I've been trying to sell my double-socketed axe I got for the longest time ever. The only reason I haven't been selling it is because apparently you can craft stuff with sockets on this season. So yeah. Solve 200k. Nice. Thinking about that, maybe you can't... Okay, that's the limit, so that's going to be a lot smaller. Maybe you can't actually craft socketed axes. Maybe it's only socketed swords and stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, that's good. As far as this goes... I will, well, I guess I can use this perm block and all the people that are already on this. Hey, there's my zombie spawner standing. Awesome. Oh, we're doing good. Look at that. That is 37 spider spawners, 38 with that one you gave me. That's a fair amount. That's a fair amount of spawners. Okay. So I think that should be it, right? That should be everything. Pick up and drop items. It's pretty much everything with just these people on the island. None of these people I don't trust, I don't think. I'm just quickly going through names. And that should be everybody that's either on the island or is waiting to be on the island. I need to make an area where you that don't have fly can jump out of the warp and somehow fall down here. Would that work? I mean, it would be slightly scuffed, but yes, it technically would work. Oh, God. So there you go. You can come down here, and I will place this away. Do we make it look pretty? I can make it look pretty. How much are glass panes? It is a pretty huge item. Hopefully not that much. We can go for... Let's go for light blue. Oh, I was one short. Classically, I was one short. There we go. Where you can unlock all the roles fully, right? Yeah, you can. But what I did earlier was I unlocked mining on my alt account on Element Boy. So right now, because I expected we may be doing some mining, I put, I think, about 10k on Element Boy, and I went all the way down to Iron 4 with Element Boy, and it really cost me like nothing. So yeah, just if you have one alt account, just put either, you know, all your farming potatoes and carrots on one account, and then just have that whenever you want to farm, or all your mining on that one, or with me for my main account. I'm trying to balance some across different things, but yeah. Okay, let's build this. So this is the middle. This is where we probably want the redstone clock. How does one make a redstone clock, you may ask? Good question. I'm probably going to want a bigger area. And then we may need to call Beam Plappy in a minute. We should be fine. We should be fine. We can build a redstone clock. I'm not that much of a bot, so just a big redstone. I mean, it won't be too efficient, but it doesn't really need to be, does it? It just needs to bring these items down. So, and I don't want to make it too complicated because then A, it will take me an age, and B, it'll be a bit annoying. Be a bit annoying and seems to break on the server sometimes when you do overcomplicate stuff. So I don't know how many repeaters we're going to want. I think I'll try and get away with this as few as possible, really. So it doesn't overcomplicate it too much. I'm thinking that will be enough. Maybe we can make it... We probably will want to make it slightly bigger than that, but that will hopefully be enough to just skimpy get away with it. Geez, these are expensive, $500 each. No wonder we don't want too many of these. Okay, so there we go. Let's see how long the pulse on this would be. redstone torch. Can I place that there and it will work? No, we can't. See, that's the thing. That's the Minecraft bug that happened to me earlier as to why I wasted a mill. We would have even more money than this right now if I, didn't waste a mill earlier. If you didn't see what happened, then someone clipped it for your viewing pleasure. I'm sure of that. Yes, I have made a redstone clock. I think that'll be slow enough. I think there won't be a problem with that. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so that's looking good. Now all I need is different channels to channel them off in different directions. Now, if I remember correctly, it just needs to be a one-way little thing. So the channels can start there, I think. And obviously for this little bit, this needs to be made out of oops, wrong button. Let's go shop. There we go. This needs to be made out of grass blocks, I think. Are you making a rabbit or spider? This is just a little automated rabbit farm. I just want to test to see if it works or not and see how much money it makes us. I did the math and it seems like it will pay us back in about 6 hours, which seemed kind of crazy to me. So I'm not 100% sure if I did my math right, but I guess we're going to find out soon, aren't we? We're going to find out soon. So yes, we want them splitting up into 8 different places, 2 off each side. Hopefully that will make 8 places. So let's just start doing that, I guess. Start doing that. Oops, that wants to be, there you go. That wants to be that. Let's remove these because they look a bit ugly. There we go. So I think this is how it works, right, Alfie? You'll have to tell me. But hopefully what will happen is the spawners will be all the way around and it should randomly select which side they go onto. That is the plan. Start an automation. Start an automation. You created it in almost 30 hours without sleep. For wow. Wow, the madness. But yeah, it looks good. I mean, most of these we're going to want to replace with spawners. I think in your design you had all the spawners clumped in the middle, which we could start to do. But this should be good for now. Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? It is Ash here, and we are back. I'm so sorry that I've not uploaded a video in such a long time. I mean, this video took me quite a while, and I kind of like quit on it a couple times because I couldn't really like find the right footage from the video. So I decided, why not just come here, you know, in the present, about an hour before this video will go live for you guys, and just record a little bit to demonstrate kind of the main principle of this, which I couldn't quite get the right clips from as I was editing down my stream, which was a bit frustrating. So that's why there hasn't been a video in quite a while. It's also been Christmas, so I haven't been, well, I've been sleeping quite a bit, been taking a bit of a break. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. So yeah, I'm sorry that there hasn't been a video in quite a while, but we're hopefully going to go back to daily or at least every other day videos. I'll upload when I can, but yeah, there definitely will be a lot more than it won't be another 5-day gap at least. That's what I will promise. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos. Let's get straight into this one though. I'm sure you've already seen that in today's video, I've been building a little bit of this AFK rabbit farm. And here's the completed one. I couldn't quite find the clips to put it together, and I kind of messed up a couple of times, wasn't quite sure what I was doing. But here's the design. I'll kind of walk you through it, and then we're going to test it at the end to see how much money per hour this gives you. And trust me, you guys are going to be amazed, because this is really, really awesome money for you guys starting out on the server. Rabbit Farmer Stew is a really, really awesome recipe, and especially if you've got burnt smoked beef, it makes it even more profitable for you guys. If you can go over to the leftovers. But here it is. We have the design as I showed at the beginning of well, in the stream way back. That stream must have been like a couple weeks old, or like a week old at this point. But yeah, in the videos you guys have just seen, here is the design. Middle of the chunk, you got your spawners in the middle. So what will happen is these are grass blocks. Obviously they don't spawn when water's on top of them, but as soon as the water kind of gets cut off, you'll see a rabbit starts to spawn on that block. So that's kind of how the design works. Let me just replace that with water. But yeah, as soon as that gets cut off, as soon as they all get cut off at once, a rabbit will randomly spawn on one of these sides, and then whichever side it spawns on, the rabbits will stack up, and they will then get pushed along that side. And then as this redstone clock works, it will kind of push them down into one of these different areas. Now, what I said that I kind of got wrong in the video, and why I had to cut a lot out of the stream, and why I'm recording this now basically live, is because yeah, you don't actually want them to be in the chunk along. You need another chunk's gap. So you need the chunk they spawn in. These 4 chunks are the spawning chunks. You then need 1 chunk in the middle, which is a gap, and then you need 1 chunk, which is the death zone for the rabbits. Now, I've disabled it right now. I'm just going to go clear all this. I'm sure you can see how this works. If any questions, put them in the comment section below. Yes, and I'm going to count the amount of spawners I've got. These should all be in stacks of, I don't know, well, it's going to take a bit of a time. There's even some cows here, so I need to sort out the spawners. I'll count up how many rabbits we have. I will empty out these chests full of any garbage that there may be in them, so we can have a clear run, and then I'm just going to, yeah, just going to have a quick test, really. See how much money this would make you per hour. Alright, we're back. So as you guys can see, I've got all of my rabbit spawners here. These are exactly 289 rabbit spawners. I did count up. Look at me being prepared. And yes, all I'm going to do is just place all of these rabbit spawners here. 289 rabbit spawners at a price of 5k each is a number I should have worked out before I did this. But we're going to do it right now because I was a bot and forgot. 289 times by 5, that is 1.4 million. Okay, so that's 1.4 mil worth of rabbit spawners, roughly. About 1.5 mil. So that should be an achievable figure for most of you guys. You can obviously, it doesn't really matter how many spawners you have. You can place all your spawners in this design and you can just keep adding to it, really. But that's the number that we're going to work with, obviously, for this. Because then that's what I need to work for how long the payback time is, really. So if I make, you know, 100k a day, then it's going to be a 14-day payback time, basically. But trust me, it will not be that long. I'm just going to place all these rabbit spawners down. It doesn't really matter where you place them, as long as they're next to this grass. So I'm just going to place them kind of like around the outside. It doesn't matter too much, as you saw before. But yeah, I just mined these all up, just for the sake of making it easier to count the amount of spawners we got. So yes, I'm going to leave them up here. I'm then going to take this redstone block on. Let me just find a place to store the remaining spawners. Can I place one? Place one there, I guess, can't I? Place a stack there, and then one final one for luck. There we go. So yeah, those are all the spawners placed. 1.4 mil worth of spawners, to be precise. So yeah, I'm going to leave them running. I'm going to activate this redstone clock up again, which I need to do now. So I need to activate that repeater like that, and then legit just tick it on and off with the torch. So there we go. That should be up and running. This water, as you guys will see, it will leave a period of time with the redstone clock. I changed the redstone clock design from last time, but then it will tick all the water off, which will allow the rabbits to spawn. I'll just stay here for a second just so you can, there you go, see the rabbits spawn. They will spawn in a random side, and then when this comes back on, the water will tick back on for all sides, and it will push them towards their dying zone. Now, as you'll see, when this process gets repeated and repeated, the stacks of rabbits that will obviously, when they're in these chunks, that's kind of why you need it a couple chunks apart. They get stacked onto in this chunk, and they get stacked onto in this chunk, but then when they enter this killing chunk, which is 2 chunks away, the rabbits, as you can see, are still being stacked onto, but as soon as they enter this, they will no longer get stacked onto. So that will allow a new rabbit stack to spawn on one of these grass blocks, and they will just pick a random side to spawn on. You'd laugh if it's on this side again, but hopefully, if this demonstration goes correctly, they will spawn on, there you go, a different block. So then they'll spawn on this different block, go down a different side, and this process will just get repeated until there's about an even distribution of rabbits. Oh, some have spawned in here as well. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, this process will, as you can see, keep being repeated until there's an even amount of rabbits in each of the different killing zones, and then hopefully that will lead to decent loot drops for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this probably about 10 minutes or 30 minutes or something, just so it can even itself out. Maybe half an hour I'll leave it, and I'll come back and report you guys on how much money we've made. As you can see, it's a decent chunk. And just to prove to you that we don't have any IS upgrades on here, we've got the magma block upgrades, so they die a bit quicker, but that doesn't affect mob loot. So yeah, we don't have any loot for mob upgrades or mob spawn rates or anything. So this will just be what you guys will have on your own islands if you're starting out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in half an hour with the findings, how much money this has made us. Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? It is Ash here, and I mean, as you can see from my phone, don't know if you can see that. Is the camera going to focus on it? Yeah, I think the camera's focused on that. Okay, as you can see, it is it's been half an hour. So I'm just gonna leave it running, but I'm just gonna go empty all these chests live. As you can see, I've got a bit of garbage in my inventory. Should probably have sorted that out beforehand, but you know, a couple seconds is not gonna make the world a difference. So yeah, I'm just gonna empty out all these chests. As you can see, the rabbits, they've split up into different areas. Obviously, sometimes it splits up more than once. You know, like that chunk didn't have any rabbits in. This chunk may have had more rabbits in than the others. But, you know, the longer you leave it, the more it's going to even out. So that, yeah, it will make sure that it's got the same amount, roughly, of rabbits in each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to empty all these. I'm just doing this all in one sitting so you guys can see. I don't know why I'd be fudging the numbers. But just so you can see that this is legit and you can see how much money that I'd be making. Okay, so the first stage of this is... Yeah, and that's the one I emptied first. Okay, so the first stage of this, I'm going to go craft with this rabbit hide into leather, because obviously you can't sell rabbit hide to the server, but you can sell leather to the server, which is pretty nice. We're then going to sell that for how much money it is, and then I'm going to maybe I sell it as raw rabbit. I'm going to craft it into cooked rabbit, and as you guys know, that we can then use cooked rabbit for the recipe. That's kind of like the plan behind today. It's been using cooked rabbit as part of the recipe, so that's kind of yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing today. So can I make absolutely all of this into leather? There we go. All right, so I guess the first stage of this is to sell the leather. So sell hand to the shop. That is $4,383. So a decent chunk of money in terms of that, and that's for half an hour. So I'm going to do the math. I'm going to put it up on screen afterwards. But yeah, $4,300 for half an hour. That's really, really awesome. In half an hour, the leather itself has just paid for one of these spawners. So yeah, really, really awesome so far. I'm now going to cook this rabbit. Obviously, you'd have to like, if you don't have a furnace pet, which fortunately I do because I open it in a slot machine, which you may see in tomorrow's episode, to be honest. But there you go. As I do a furnace pet, I can do that. If you don't have a furnace pet, then obviously you can cook it with wood. The best way to cook stuff is just buy wood from the shop and then cook stuff with wood. But as you can see, this cooked rabbit, I did the math earlier on in the episode, but it's basically over $100 per rabbit. We were doing the math at. So 120, I think I said, $120 times all of this rabbit. I'm going to do the math and I'm going to be right back. All right, so there we go. The math has been done. So calculating these rabbits at $120 per, which is what, as we said earlier, what you would be doing if you're just going to be selling your carrots to the shop normally, and you're not going to be using the rabbit farmer stew recipe. But if you use this, all this rabbit farmer stew, even if you just sell the rabbit to the shop, you can make a decent chunk of money. But if you use it as the rabbit farmer stew recipe, this amount of rabbit is $57,000 worth of cooked rabbit, which is honestly insane. $57,000 worth, another 11 rabbit spawners, which you can again keep adding to this to keep up on your profit for the next day, or you can use to invest in other things in just half an hour. So I'm going to be adding that to obviously the money we made earlier, and I'm going to be seeing how much money you can make from 24 hours of this being AFK. So I've done the math. I've just times it by 48 because obviously there's 24 hours in a day, but we were doing it for half an hour, sorry, no, 24 hours in a day, sorry, and we're doing it for half an hour, and it's given me the number $2.9 million. So if you have the carrots obviously to keep up with all this rabbit, and you're crafting it all into the rabbit farmer stew recipe, and crafting obviously all the hide into leather and selling all the leather, just like I did earlier, then you can make a ton of money from this. $3 million, as we did earlier. This is about 1.5 mil worth of spawners, so it's got a 12-hour payback time. This machine will pay itself back in 12 hours of AFK in that. So even if you don't have an alt account that you can just leave here, and that's the beauty of this farm as well, you legit only need one alt account. But if you do only have your main account, if maybe you go to sleep or go somewhere and you go to eat or whatever you're doing and leave your computer AFK, you can just stick your account in the middle, leave it for a couple hours, and when you come back, you'll have a ton of money. You don't even need an alt account. You don't need the AFK 24/7. In 12 hours, you can make your money back. So this is a really awesome farm for all of you new players. We used it a ton. We don't use it anymore. As you can see, we're on to bigger and better things, which you can watch in my live streams at the moment and in the videos shortly. But I'm also just going to test, because maybe you want this farm, but maybe you don't have rabbit farmer stew, or maybe you've hit your carrot quota and it's producing too much rabbit for you, or yeah, just for this in terms of money on its own. So I just sold all the cooked rabbits to the shop then, just to see how much that goes for, and that is 13,500 added onto the 4 and a bit thousand from earlier. That is, I can do that in my head, that's 18,000. So 18,000 times 48. I'm gonna do the math right now. 18,000, give me a sec, times by 48, just to see how much without the rabbit farmer stew recipe this machine would make you. So this would make $864,000 every single day of AFK. So this machine will pay itself back in under 2 days if you leave it AFK and just sell the produce. Obviously, rabbit, I mean, you can see in the shop, cooked rabbit sells for like $5 more than raw rabbit. So the raw rabbit's 20, cooked rabbit is... was it under food? Yeah, cooked rabbit's 25. So there really isn't that much difference. If you don't have a furnace pet, you can make yourself a little bit less dollars and just sell it to the shop normally, or you can try and smelt it with some wood or whatever. But yeah, that is the machine. Hopefully this helped you guys out in Cosmic Sky. If you could return the favor, help me out, share the video to all your friends that you think may want to see this design. If you like the series, then like the series. If you want to see more, subscribe. I feel like a sellout now, so I'm just going to go. But thank you for watching. Peace. Alright, I'm just recording this now as I basically get a screenshot for the thumbnail, because I'm sure this will be a question that will prop up a ton in the comment section. I forgot to mention it in my little bit. So yeah, ignore this little random bit. We're still waiting the time, by the way. I put down the sign and I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait half an hour. So yeah, I'm gonna wait half an hour, then we're gonna see how much rabbit loot is spawned in. You can already see that a bit spawned in. It's working well, and it's only been going for like 10 minutes now, which is pretty nice to see. So hopefully you'll get like 3 times that when we see that. But I just forgot to say something, so I'm going to say it now. This is obviously... I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh no, how to enable chunks, of course. Because I'm sure that this will crop up a ton. I don't know what the correct terminology is, but yeah, I'm sure it will come up a ton in the comment section. So to enable chunks, so you guys can see your chunks like this, you see an outline. This is a default Minecraft thing. I don't think you need the Cosmic client. I am on the Cosmic client. There's the version of Minecraft I'm on if you want to know. But yeah, to do this, just hit F3 and G on your keyboard at the same time. So F3, the G button, just hit them both at the same time with 2 different fingers on your keyboard, and you'll enable and disable chunks. So I forgot to mention that, and I'm sure tons of you will be asking how to see your chunks so you can set up the farm just like this. So yeah, there you go. That's it.